trouble with unemployment issues? Well, there's quite a few states where a lot of people are having unemployment issues. One specifically that I know more about than any of the other ones is North Carolina. Well, you see, the state's got a lot of money from the federal government. So, I have a good reason to believe that they're going to mess around with you for as long as they can to keep you from getting that money, because if they hold on to that money, they can collect some nice interest off of it, even though they can finagle things around. You know how politicians are. Well, it's easy for them to finagle it around. Say you would get $200 a week. Say, let's just say multiply that by 6 months. Then you multiply that by, let's say, 100,000 people. And 100,000 people, or, you know, they delay for a while, even if they delay them 3 months. Look how much money that's going to collect in interest in the bank. Well, there's one way that they're actually causing a lot of problems, and that's with identifying you. One particular company that I'm familiar with is called ID.me, and I don't care if you have a government-issued photo ID, holding it up with your face showing in the picture, they're going to say that they can't verify you for no obvious reason. Then they'll say they'll be back in touch with you. Well, they never do get back in touch with you. I've had the issue for at least 2 or 3 months where they couldn't identify me no matter what I did. Finally, after I took 16 hours one day, I actually got identified. Now, if you want to verify that, look up ID.me on the Better Business Bureau. In North Carolina alone, they've got over 400 people that have complained to the Better Business Bureau about them. But, you know, you think these states are all corrupt? No, they like ID.me to do this. It delays things for a while. Another issue is I couldn't get my unemployment transferred from one state to the other because North Carolina wouldn't withdraw it. In fact, after I did even complain to the management, and this has, by the way, been going on for 4 months, I've complained to the governor, I've complained to the director of unemployment, I've even went to my congressman. None of them want to do anything, and they just basically ignore you. But anyway, after I complained to management, I actually got somewhere where they did transfer some of my records. But then I got a call that they couldn't transfer my records because I didn't appeal the case that they denied in North Carolina. Well, if I would have appealed it, that would have just held it up longer. So anyway, this has been going on for like 4 months now. So anyway, word for the wise, if you're having trouble with getting your unemployment, I think maybe you kind of might want to look deeper and outside of the box why you're having trouble getting your unemployment. And of course, North Carolina says, oh, they've had so much fraud, over $20 million or something like that in fraud or something of that nature. And well, are they really that weak that they would allow that to happen? I wouldn't think that if they're that weak and allow that to happen, I sure don't want to trust them. I mean, yeah, you have to be identified, but for, you know, over 10, 15,000 people getting unemployment through fraud in one state, well, their system must be very weak to begin with. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Word to the wise. I hope people will look outside of the box and realize that most states, especially after they got that money, are screwing with you. So, thanks.